I know, folks, I'm not all here yet. So just give me a second. Howie wanted pancakes this morning, and since I've been promising them all week, I made sure I gave him pancakes this morning. And because he's not at work today, it's a long week. Yeah, don't look at my hair. Oh, there we go. Default view. There
So
we
Lit
go.
Mobile just sent me this solar wireless battery pack.
Give me a second, folks. I have to roll my medication and my hands aren't working. Honestly, it's not working. All right, give me a frigate dig. Oh my God. I am having a morning, folks. I really am. Just give me a second here. So, how's everybody doing? Oh, Jesus. Okay. The medication can wait. This cannot. Oh, my hair's still damp from my bedtime swim. Oh, because I just threw it up in a top knot. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Bobby pins. Oh. So, good morning, Edie. Okay, let me just scroll. Make sure you're on live chat, not top chat. Okay, hey, Snack and Cake, Sarah Young, William Mukaizu, Taylor Dykeman, hello, darling. Eva Marie Moore, Eddie Murray, hello, darling. Yeah, nobody's talking about you with the mushrooms, honey. It was all a misunderstanding. Joe Mama. Oh, it's beautiful and sunny here today, and my pear blossoms are opening. Oh, the meatballs are awesome. I can't wait. Wait till you see the recipes I make with them. Okay, give me a second, folks. I gotta bun up my hair. I gotta use the big ones today because as soon as I medicate and am physically capable, I'm going back out to finish the garden. There's one pin. The longer your hair gets, the more you have to pin it as you go. Okay, now we need a small one. Usually it's a lot faster, but I want to make sure it holds really well today so that I can get my work done. Bobby pins are not as strong as they used to be. There. We're up and running. Hey, Bob Brink. How's Big Sky Billings, Montana today? Rose, McCann's Heart, Penny D, Donna Holland, Edie, Patricia Carson, Carol McKinney, Autumn Gypsy. How's everybody? Joyce Britt, Flamingo Hurricane, Liz Prof, and Fury. How are you, my darling? You haven't even planted tomatoes yet? Where do you live? Alaska? Because, all right, I got to redo this. Give me a second. I can't do this and talk at the same time. It's amazing how fast your brain forgets things that you don't use. And like it used to be, if I haven't used something for a year, it gets kicked out. And then for new material, right? Well, here I am trying to roll. Ow, ow, ow. Trying to roll. And I'm out of the little wooden filters. The little cardboard filters are pre-rolled and they just fit in. And so here I am trying to roll a little cardboard filter like this. And I forgot because it's been like months since I rolled one. I forgot I always use a paper clip. It's amazing how fast your brain just goes, how am I going to do this? When it was only a couple of months ago. Hey, Teflon One, April Hill, Charlene Cummings, Trips. Trip around the world. You haven't even planted your tomato plants yet. Oh my goodness. Morning, Whoa Mama. How's it going? So, Let me just get my... the reason I'm so slow, one of the reasons I'm so slow is because I'm in so much pain today. I got some asparagus planted yesterday. All of my pole beans, well, that's already been done. And Wendy, I planted some, and Wendy planted a bed full of leeks. What the hell is going on with this roller? And nasturtiums. I found some at Canadian Tire, but whoever, Joe, if you're sending me nasturtiums, don't worry about it. They will get used. Why won't my roller work? Oh, thank you, God. There it goes. So I'm on my way home from doctor's appointment, so have you on the Bluetooth in the car. Oh, well, it's nice to see you anyway, Bob. I hope everything's okay at home. Doing that, but I'm just going to toss that over here for another day. Excuse me. You won't be jealous, Carol. You won't be jealous of William living in Florida in about 2 months. I went swimming. I'm not, the pool isn't warm enough. Good morning, good morning. Come on, say hi, everybody. Let's clean the snotties from your eyes here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Okay, you ready to see your pretty? Yeah, she's her mommy's darling, Gracie's mommy's girl. Gracie's mommy's sweetheart, the best in all the world. And her mommy loves her oh so much. 'Cause she's her mommy's sweetheart. She's her mommy's girl. Ouch. Yes, I know. She's her mommy's daughter. Not on my neck. The best in all the world. I know you want your paws closer together because that's where your shoulders are. Okay, can I have a little kiss, please? Say hi, everybody. You say, my mommy. Mwah, my mommy. Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. All right, baby. Go lay down. Yeah, you're a good girl. So, it's raining in Ohio. We're supposed to get rain today. I'm hoping it'll hold off until supper time. Because hi, Della Smalley and Paula Chambers. Oh, there's the first cup of tea of the day. So, anyway, what's in so far? I am doing a video, but I'm going to tell you, I have to add the 8 potato beds every time I tally it up because the list gets longer, but it always started with the potatoes. So I have 4 boxes of Yukon Gold, 4 boxes of Cali White, a box of rutabagas, a box of parsnips, a box of leeks, a box of pole beans, and I have 8 tomato plants in. All of them. Oh, 8 beefsteak tomato plants. No. So 4 Brandywine and 4 are Polish beefsteak, and I have my 3 cherry tomatoes, and I have replanted my climbing pickling cucumbers in the basket because I dropped it and there was nothing growing, so I just added more seeds and started again. No, actually, it's actually probably okay if you want to plant potatoes in a container at this time. But I would do it soon. I would do it soon. And make sure it's a very deep container with good drainage. Oh. Where's my donuts? It's breakfast time! It's my donut. I don't eat donuts for breakfast. I don't eat donuts at all. If I eat a donut, it might be once a year. And then I always pay for it with a nasty sugar dump. I have a canning question. Sharon, hi, darling. Now, if you're going to ask me questions, I'm not going to make you repeat it, but if you're going to ask me questions, please do it in all caps. I encourage people to talk in the lower font, in the lowercase font for everybody else, so that if I see it in large in caps, then I know it's for me. What do you think about the chicken wagon? What chicken wagon? It's hot and humid in Texas. Okay, where did I see that? Sharon Dorr, I have a canning question. I bought a gallon jar of banana peppers and want to can them in smaller jars. Please tell me how. Are they pickled banana peppers? Because if they're pickled banana peppers, you just strain them and then divide them up into jars, heat the brine from the can that you got them in, re-pour it into jars, debubble, put on your lids, and boil bath for 20 minutes. Donna, hard to get a garden out. It's raining in Kentucky also. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I bought fabric, 30 gallon containers from, oh, you bought 30 fabric gallon, 1 gallon container. I don't like the gallon containers. They don't give enough room. So don't try and put tomatoes in them, okay? Maybe peppers, but not anything that's going to rely on a lot water and a lot of root space. Well, today I'm going to finish. Oh, Nancy came by last night and got our old pool liner, or part of our old pool liner, for a little pond she's making for her mom. And the last of my tomatoes. Dee Dee took some tomatoes, but it's May long weekend and everybody who was going to show up didn't show up for their tomatoes except Dee Dee. So I gave the rest to Nancy. 20 centimeters in Adelaide tonight. Oh my goodness. Yes, they're pickled peppers. Thank you so much. There you go. Right? Hot, sterile jars. Dump your strained pickles in them. Reheat the brine. If there isn't enough, add a half a cup of vinegar and add a half a cup of vinegar and 1 cup of water. Okay, and a teaspoon of salt. If there's not enough. All right, but use those measurements. Half a cup of water, or half a cup of vinegar, 1 cup of water, teaspoon of salt. Boil your brine. Make sure your jars are hot, sterile. Put your peppers in there. Pour your hot brine in. Snap on lid, or debubble, snap on lid, and pressure can, or boil bath can. No, Patricia, I have not got it yet. The mail is screwed. Wendy, who ordered her t-shirt from her Connected Hearts t-shirt over a month ago, probably 6 weeks ago, she just got it on Friday. So don't worry about it. Hey, Super Hazer and Pam Graham, how's it going? All right, listen, I have to medicate for a second, so I'll be right back. Make sure my hair's all holding it. I think I might need, no, that's good. Okay. Oh, pay no attention to that lady behind the curtain. It's a beautiful day here. I will pick at that until the end of the live stream. And then I will say, God bless. And then I'm going to go out because I have, how many more beds do I have to plant? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more beds to plant. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to be beans, celery, and the rest of the leeks because everything else is in. Hey, Angel. Well, you still see me, but you don't see what I'm doing. You can only assume. Hey, Deborah, how's it going? Oh, my tea. So I'm in a lot of pain. Howie and I went to Ottawa yesterday. We had to go to Canadian Tire. So while I was in Canadian Tire, I bought 2 more tomato cages because I didn't want to grow all those tomatoes and just plant 6. So I got 2 more tomato cages. Howie and I did another box, put 2 more tomatoes in. Wendy finished the leeks in the front bed. I put the bed beside the beans in leeks. It's all the small stuff that's got to go in today. The beans are the most satisfying because you just scatter them and then just, cover them with dirt and they're done, right? Especially in a raised bed. It's not like you have to put them in a row and bend over and walk along that row, right? I am almost done. Well, it's the May long weekend here. It's time for planting to be done. Hey, Bonnie, how are you doing, darling? Yeah, today it's just beans, celery, leeks, and pumpkins. I have leeks, beans, celery, pumpkin, and squash. Yeah, that's what I got left. Oh, well, there you go. Hi, Bonnie. How are you, darling? I don't plant carrots anymore. And this is something that we were talking about. Howie and I, when we were on our way home from Ottawa, we went by the Parkdale Market. And usually it's an open air market. You guys have seen me buy tomatoes there and everything every year, right? But usually for the May long weekend and the weekend before, like starting Mother's Day, they're just loaded with vegetable plants, flowering plants, hanging baskets, all the things you need to put your garden in. We drove by yesterday. I said, "Oh, go by the market." He said, "There's nothing there." I said, "No, Howie, there'll be something there. It's their flower season." Drove by the Parkdale Market. It was completely empty and shut down. So if it's shut down for giving out for selling plants and hanging baskets and stuff, what's it going to be like come harvest? So this is why we can't rely on last year's memories for anything, because this is the new norm is taking over. Scattered thunderstorms today, so it'll be hit or miss how much I get in the beds today. Well, it's really bright and blue and sunny, and as soon as I'm done this, I'm going to go out and plant because I'm pretty sure I feel in my bones it's going to be clouding over by supper time, and I feel like it's going to rain by bedtime. So hey, Deborah, you taught me so much. Now I have such good luck with my plant starts. Oh, that's good, honey. I am not going to start mine so early next year. Maybe the celery, but not the tomatoes. I started them way too early, and then I had to transplant them and blah blah blah. But I'm keeping all those little mushroom containers and any kind of berry containers I get, because those are easy for starting things like leeks, because you just fill the little container with soil, 3/4 full. Then you scatter the leeks on top, water them heavily, put another layer of soil on, and just set them under the light. And I mean, having them spread out in like meat containers and stuff, it's just too much work. Still cold here at nights, and frost can't plant till June 15th. Ooh. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you, Bob. There are 100 people watching, but only 30 thumbs up. Oh, thank you, honey. So yeah, I just made Papa his pancakes and bacon, his one weekend breakfast. When Wendy goes to stay with Vanessa, Howie's going to move back in the house, and I'm going to be able to start making him his daily breakfasts before he goes to work every day. He's been living on cereal, and I may give him cereal when he eats breakfast here in the house. There you go. So he may eat cereal sometimes when he's in the house. Like, I may give him cereal like 2 or 3 days a week, but 9 times out of 10, he gets like a toasted Western sandwich, or he gets bacon and eggs, or he gets poached eggs on toast, or he gets a bowl of oatmeal with cream and brown sugar, well cooked steel cut oatmeal. So I'm missing giving him his breakfasts. Carol McKinney. Let me see. I just got distracted, Carol, by this person coming in here, so I just had to get rid of him. Okay, where are you, Carol? Okay. How is your abdominal pain? You know what? It's gone. It's not gone. It depends on which one you're talking about. If you're talking about the fibroid pain in my uterus, that only happens when it gets triggered. Okay, triggered by joy. Let's just say joy. How he triggers joy. Okay. But the other part that had me really down and out all through November and December and January, I haven't had a problem with it since. So either it's cured itself or it's settled in for the long term and has made itself comfortable. Whatever it is. Hey, Kara. My new beds are coming so slowly between thunderstorms and my body. It's not fast enough. Well, sweetheart, that's just the law of nature. You can't make your body do what it's not supposed to be doing, nor can you make plants grow any faster or make the weather change. You just have to have patience. And in these times, we all need to practice a lot more patience. So I'm sorry, Doris, but breathe. We've all been jonesing for spring. So let's just take a step back. Hey, Bronwyn P., how's it going, darling? I'm almost at the point of buying 2 more raised beds. Not sure enough room. Well, measure first, cut once. Measure twice, cut once, remember? I am the same stupid rain every day, slows things way down. I need to get stuff in badly. Poor Dennis needs to get the pool cleaned. It looks like a swamp. Oh, well, yeah, right. I learned so much from you. It's incredible. Thank you so much. Well, you're welcome. I just share what I learn. I am no teacher. I'm no teacher. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a therapist. The only thing I'm really, truly good at is Mommy Gracie. Oh my goodness, Mommy baby. That's all. That's all. Mommy baby. Do you love your mommy? Do you love your mommy? Don't you love your mommy? Everybody wants me to kiss you right here, and right here. Okay? Oh, don't grab me with your nails. Oh, you got a snotty? Oh, my baby. Can I have a hug? Oh, give mommy hugs. Give mommy hugs. Oh, give mommy hugs. Yes. Have another kiss? Give me kisses. Hey, baby. I want to know, would you be my girl? All right, go lay down. You'll go outside when mommy goes outside, okay? What happened? So I can't get a refund either. So, well, like I said, measure first. Oh, I got greasy muzzle hairs in my nose. And my glasses are scratched, I think. I hope not. These are my good computer glasses. I'm usually very careful with them. There. I may be getting red potatoes. Just don't know the kind, but do they need to be peeled and blanched first? Never canned them before. You don't have to peel and blanch any potatoes. But it's better if you do. I've noticed that the potatoes you peel taste better after being canned because the peel gives it a little bit of bitterness on the outside. Oh, Bonnie. I'm not knowledgeable. I'm just got experience and I share it with strength and hope, right? I watch video of Gracie as a puppy. She's so cute. Oh, she's my baby. Yes, she is. I know we don't talk about the virus, but I have 2 friends who have it and need your prayers. One in Delaware and another in Florida. Absolutely. Who says we don't talk about the virus? This is one of the reasons why Wendy is going to my cousin Vanessa's and not back to the city. Okay? She's going to my cousin Vanessa's because we all believe there's a second wave coming. Okay? And I have to have my home now has to come back to normal. So around June 1st, Vanessa's going to come and get Wendy and all her stuff. She's just getting her room ready and that. Because if a second wave hits, this is not the safest place for Wendy to be anymore, because Howie did not get laid off. Well, he's reduced hours, but he's still going to work every day. So that exposes my sister every day. You know what I mean? Everybody else on that side of the family, or mostly everybody on that side of the family, works from home, right? And so while Wendy's here, I my life is very, very limited, and I can't hug my kids. I can't, you know what I mean? So I just have to, I'm just waiting. Don't mistake me. I love my sister, but we are both from the same parents. And if you think I'm a strong and stubborn woman, then my older sister was here first, like on the planet first, right? So us in the same house, even though she sleeps most of the morning, it's not always easy. I'm not used to sharing my space. I am not an easy person to live with. Do you understand that? And I am not. You ask my mother-in-law. I am not an easy person to live with. You heard Wendy mention on the last live stream, well, there's so many roles, I'm forgetting them. That's because I live a very regimented life. I have to. And it's not because of my alcoholism. It's because it's my pain and my work schedule for doing videos and for, okay, you think about it this way. Yeah, I know, Susan. Exactly. Right? Look at it this way, okay? I have rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, fibroid in my uterus, and I now have another hernia. I think I have 2 more. So my life is all about the amount I can get done without hurting my body, still providing videos, still making sure that I'm going to have a bounty in my garden come harvest time. You know what I mean? And I can't even read my chapters unless Howie's at work and Wendy's downstairs in bed. It's too distracting. Okay. So, I mean, my day is regimented from the moment my alarm goes off to the moment between 8:30 and 10 o'clock at night when I roll into bed with a book. You know what I mean? And it doesn't take much to disrupt my regimentation. And my regimentation is to keep me from overdoing it, or it's a really tricky balancing act for me. So, hey, one day at a time, sweet Jesus, one day at a time. Well, I know, and especially with another person who is similar but not similar, and I know I probably hurt my sister's feelings 100 times a day because she'll talk to me, or I'll sit down on the deck, for instance. I'll sit down on the deck to have a couple of sips of water and catch my wind so I can go do my next task. And there's a moment, okay? There's a moment when I sit down and I have a sip of water and I medicate, okay? There is literally a moment when the second wind hits and you have to go. You have to get out of the chair and go do whatever it is that you've gotten that second wind for. Because if you don't, when the second wind hits, if you don't get up, you won't get up. So yesterday or the day before, I don't know, what's today, Monday? It was Saturday. I was planting. I sat down, and I took a couple of puffs. I took a drink, and Wendy was telling me some story. She was identifying. I don't know what the case was, but I had to cut her off and say, "Sorry, honey, I got to get back to work." And I know that must have hurt her feelings, but the truth is, I can't stop to explain myself every time. It's not personal. This is the way my body works. Right? So I probably hurt her 10 or 15 times a day. I just can't help it. And I have explained this, but I can't stop her from taking it personally. Right? So I have to get back to my uber regimented life. And Wendy's going to go and visit with Vanessa where it is safer, where everybody works from home, where there's less traffic and where there's more stimulus. I mean, it's driving Wendy nuts, and I'm pretty sure she was upset that we went to Ottawa without her yesterday, but we were going to Ottawa, and she still is of a different address. And yesterday yesterday they were still manning the borders between Ontario and Canada. Those have been now lifted, or Ontario and Canada, Ontario and Quebec, but those have been now lifted. But the thing is I'm not here to entertain, right? This is a safe haven for now. But I still have to do my life. And God bless her, she does the dishes and she sweeps and she helps fold laundry. God love her. But from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed, my brain is ticking off a list, right? Absolutely, Bev. I get it. And second wind too. Then I have to rest my back when another way. Exactly. But the rest period can only last for so long because when the second wind kicks in, if you sit through it, you don't get a third. You don't get a third. You say, "I'm done for the day," and that's it. You're done for the day. Your eggs are all gone. But every time, let's put it this way. You know my basket of energy eggs. If I sit down, right? I've got one egg out of the basket. It's in my hand, but I sit down and I take a breath and I take a puff and I take a drink of water or a drink of tea. And while I'm doing that, the egg goes back in the basket. My hand is still on it, but it goes back in the basket. And when the second wind comes, I go, oop, there, I'm going to reuse it. So you kind of get, use out of your eggs better. It's a better use of your energy eggs. Absolutely, Pony. Absolutely. But after 2 months, the first week Wendy was in almost like shock, right? It took her like 2 weeks just to, and then it was a week of, wow, I'm free, let me be silly. And now she's at the point where she's comfortable doing her routines, but she's starting to Jones to get off the property. And I don't do that often. And when I do, it's usually early in the morning because of my energy eggs. And when I do it early in the morning, Wendy's in bed. You know what I mean? It's like I have to get my work done. My life has to be, or I haven't worked on the quilt. I've barely putting any chapters out, right? So I mean, I can't help that. This is a safe haven, not a it's my home. It's my workplace. It's not necessarily, an entertainment place, right? Oh, Joe Mama. Hey, hey, Amadal Rimple. How's it going, sweetheart? How's South Carolina this morning? So it's not, and there's a lot of stuff that there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the background and in history that you don't understand, you'll never know, and I'll never share, right? So that's just the way life is today, right? Oh, of course, she's not leaving until like the 1st of June, some time between now and the 1st of June. Vanessa just waiting on a toilet part. Hey, Helen Burke and all our connected hearts. I try not to put all my eggs in one place. Well, I start every day with a basket with a certain amount of eggs in it, right? And yes, they're all in one basket. It's called my body. So I have to be really, really careful with the amount of energy eggs I use, especially on planting weekend. There's a reason why aside from the weather, but there's a reason why we plant on the May long weekend, because it's a long weekend and I got an extra body to help. Howie's out there right now cleaning out the greenhouse. He put all my celery plants and leeks and stuff in there last night to get them, to keep them, to harden them off. They're out in the greenhouse where it was cold last night, but there was no frost, but it gave them a night out, right? Hey, Kristen. It's not a yellow rose, Helen Burke. It is a double daffodil. I have some of them in my garden, and isn't it beautiful? Wet in the 70s, but we need rain. Love working in the rain. I hate working in the rain. It makes me itch. I wish I could barter for more energy eggs. Tell me about it, eh? You have a great family, Mrs. Wolfe. We all have our internal family things. I certainly have mine too. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it does not mean that I don't love my sister. I love my sister beyond. Okay? This is the way we have helped look after each other our entire lives. But I have to get back to work, you know? And Vanessa works from home, or her husband works from home, and their family, and they're all excited to have Aunt Wendy come and visit. So that's awesome, you know? It's awesome. And we hope her sons can find her another place to live or whatever, right? We don't know what's going on from one day to the next, but she has an apartment to go back to when the all clear is sounded. She just can't wait. She just can't be here for any longer because, we have shit we got to do as husband and wife for the rest of the summer. So I hope so, Cindy Howard. I hope so. Oh, I'm glad you're starting to feel better. The mint tea, did you have nausea? Because mint tea really does help. Or peppermint, a spoon of peppermint extract, like a half a teaspoon of peppermint extract will help. But make sure it's peppermint why am I having trouble saying extract? Just remember, make sure it is pure peppermint extract and not peppermint flavoring, right? Oh, well, I know, Dawn, I made Howie his pancakes and bacon this morning. I washed Gracie's bowls and filled them with water and food, put her out for a pee, and I'm having my tea. And then I'm going to head out and start planting beans and celery and leeks because I'm pretty sure, and pumpkins, because I'm pretty sure that's all I got left. So make a great last couple of days with her. She certainly loves your company too. I see how much she does enjoy it with you. I think she looks up to her beautiful sister. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Right? But the first couple of weeks and it's been like that. I can't stop now. I have to. This time of year is way, way too busy for me. I'm watching the clock 37 minutes and 48 seconds because I want to be out in the garden. I want to get it done because it takes me all day to do 3 or 4 beds. And I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left to do. And only today with Howie home. Hey, Texas madam. Howdy, beautiful lady. Gracie's back there making it look like a ghost is shaking the curtain. Oh, yeah, she's... she was in her bed until I mentioned her name. Howie's got to give her a bath, too. I've enjoyed having her, too, but it has, as much as I love the comradeship, I don't have time right now for it now. That's all. I've enjoyed having her here too, but it's time for me to get back to work with a vengeance. I have to work. So we must have had a huge windstorm last night. My patio table and chairs were knocked over. Oh, did you have an earthquake? Right. Gracie is playing peekaboo. Of course she is. Peekaboo! Maybe I said the wrong words. Maybe I should have said kidney bean. Nope. No, I think Wendy must be stirring downstairs. It's the only reason she'd leave. So, anyway, that's what's going on. And is celery really hard to grow? No, it's not. It's not hard. It's just fussy. Okay? You have to start them indoors 10 weeks before your last frost. And they need water. So when they're growing from seed and when they're growing in your raised bed, water. That's it. That's pretty much it. I'm the same way too with those things. Things are getting harder to get things done because of physical struggles and things. It gets frustrating. And yeah, and I don't want to take it out on my sister because I'm too busy to visit right now, right? I can't help that. It's nothing I can do about it. And although I explain she wants to help, but there's really nothing she can do to help except she helped me plant leeks. So, anyway, it's only been 40 minutes. I know if we had an earthquake, I slept through it. Deers knock over my bird bath in the yard. Hang some. Oh, never mind. Listen, guys, I have to finish my tea and my toke, and I have to get out there and start planting. And I really need to get it done because I have to edit this video. Because tomorrow I'm reading chapters if I can. You know what I mean? So I'm going to say for all those who care to, please help me close with a non-denominational prayer. Now, folks, if you don't want to stay for that, it's no harm, no foul. Okay? The non-denominational spiritual hug is for everybody who has a faith and who just wants to come together at the end of the video and spread the love and the love from our hearts across the world in prayer. Right? Makes sense? I know. I hear you, Donna Rowe, and I'm already working on it. I'm already working on it. My pantry is no longer going to be allowed to stay unstocked for any length of time. All right? But we're tough and still get things done. Yeah, well, and that's another thing, Della. I have to protect her from herself, right? Because she forgets that her balance is really bad. Her, if she pushes herself past the point, she's going to make herself ill or physically hurt herself. And guess what? We are in Quebec and she has an Ontario health card. She doesn't even have her Ontario health card here. She only has the paperwork that says she has one. Okay, so it would be a nightmare of epic proportions if she got sick or hurt herself, right? And I know she gets upset with me when I say, Wendy, don't stand so close to the edge of the deck. That's a 7-foot drop, and there's a heat pump and a concrete pad below that. You know what I mean? I'm fine. Well, no, you're not. You're not. I'm constantly thinking in the new moment, in the new norm. What's going to happen if driving by the Parkdale Market, no flowers, no plants, nothing. Yeah, and that doesn't make sense, right? That doesn't make sense because the Canadian Tire Garden Center was open. So why are we attacking the small farmers? That's an actual open air market. There is absolutely no reason for that to be closed, yet the garden center in Canadian Tire is open where half of it's enclosed. You know what I mean? So it's almost like the hardware store in Casabagua. They're closed. Why are they closed, yet Rona and the other hardware store in Chelsea is allowed to be open when we would prefer to shop at Cas? So government, if you're listening, start helping the little guy, the local guy. This pandering to the big stores and stuff isn't going to help our economy as much as looking after the small guy too, because a lot of us live in the country and look at and shop locally, right? When is date night? The 5th of June. That would be Mary Jane's original wedding anniversary. The 5th of June is date night. Not even sure if it's going to be in the motor coach, but it's going to be. I've been really trying, baby. Come on. Let's get it on. You know what I mean? So that's when date night is. I agree. Same here. They're killing small businesses in Illinois. It's just awful. Maybe, Cindy, but the last time I checked, it wasn't. Right? And that's a problem. When they're open, we're not being told. Right? Oh, we're being told the Canadian Tire, all big stores except for convenience stores are closed on Sunday in Quebec. Now, that's another thing. Here in Quebec, hardware stores, Giant Tiger, grocery stores, everybody's closed on Sunday except convenience stores and gas stations, right? This is new. But in Ontario, they're doing it differently. Not all of the Canadian Tire stores are open, only 3 or 4. And you get to go to one of these. So that means if I need something on a Sunday, I can't get it in my own province. I have to leave my province to get it in Ottawa. Why does that make sense? Can't everybody get on the same friggin' page and decide what is best for everybody? You want to close the stores on Sunday? Close them all across the country. Okay? Because all the government's doing is forcing people to go out of province for things they need. So much for slowing the spread, right? A lot of businesses here have permanently closed their doors. They won't be reopening again ever. Oh my God. All right. Now, well, everyone who cares to, please help me close with, I almost said the responsibility pledge. It's responsibility, okay? I have a responsibility, okay, to keep things real with y'all, all right? Because I am not a minister. I am not a doctor. I am not a therapist. I'm not a financial wizard. I'm not a canning guru of any kind or a quilting guru. I'm just me sharing my experience, strength, and hope. So please don't put me on that pedestal. It is a long drop and my bones are brittle. All right? So for all those who care to, let's close with a spiritual prayer, okay? Hey, God, it's us Connected Hearts. And I just want to ask God, before we get going, there's a lot of people here who've got friends and family members who have this virus. And we know, God, this virus is here to stay. So all we can do is slow the spread so that the medical community can keep ahead of it while everybody gets it eventually. So, God, I don't know what I'm doing today. I just need strength, God. Strength and patience and tolerance to get my garden in today, God. So that's all I'm asking personally for is strength, God, for today. But for everybody else, let God, please, for the people who don't know, or the people who are still searching, or the people that are hurt and abused and alone, or without loved ones to help them through this horrific crisis. Please, God, spread your love. Blanket the world in your love. Let no crack be missed where the love may drip down through and touch the people who aren't aware it's even there. God, I'm asking you to give everybody you can touch a spiritual awakening today. That we no longer rely on last year's memories of what to expect for this year. That we use common sense and love and patience and tolerance with mankind. And please, God, please help our small businesses, help our provinces and our territories and our countries to be more nationally inclined, so that we can start protecting our own first, feeding our own first, giving jobs to our own first. And whatever's left over, we can barter and trade with other countries. It's really important, Lord, that we look after our own, all of our own. And God, we are all your own. So please, God, spread the love. Spread those spiritual awakenings to those who are not quite awake yet. And protect my family, my YouTube family, my Connected Hearts family, my adopted family, my blood family. Well, God, the world is my family, so protect them all, please. Amen. This is Namaste, blessed being, Miigwech, peace be to you, peace be unto you, shalom, merry meet, blessed be. I'm really sorry there was no live stream yesterday, but I just did not have it in me. And I'm going to go and work on the garden right now. All right. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow. But I'm going to be reading first, so probably not till the afternoon. Okay. Love you guys.